Hi, I'm Tanyel and I come out the villa a few weeks ago.
Do you think you're famous?
Oh God, what did I say? I come out of the Love Island villa over a year ago.
What's the date today?
The date today is the 6th of April, 2023. Today is the 19th of April, 2024.
How old are you?
I am 26 years old. I am 27 years old. I've always got to think of my age.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a hairdresser and I have my own salon. I am a hairstylist and an influencer.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
70K, 270 to something K followers.
What's it been like coming out of the villa?
So coming out the villa, I've come out to like a really warm reception. Everyone's been so lovely and it's just, everything's new to me right now.
How do you feel watching yourself back?
I really don't like watching myself. I don't like it. I just get really cringed. I feel like I'm starting like a new journey because you don't know what's gonna come. You don't know if your life's just gonna go back to normal. So when you leave the villa, right, it's so intense. It's like slowly you adjust to a normal life. I wouldn't say I've gone back to my old job. I am like an influencer now, but I adjusted very quickly because I just had so much support system around me. So I just had a lot going on for me that was really good. I know some people struggled a little bit, you know, because it can kind of like be a shock to you.
How do you think the public feel about you?
I literally got not one bit of hate. Honestly, not one bit of hate. I was shocked. I was actually taken back by it. And I was the one person in that didn't care for hate. Because I just thought not everyone's gonna love you. You can't impress everyone at the end of the day. So as long as I'm making myself happy, that's all that matters. You know, one thing that has changed like since Love Island, I still get support. I still get a lot of love, don't get me wrong. But if they hear one false thing, people can turn on you. There was one situation actually where somebody was like talking about me and it was not true. And it was just hard to see someone lie about you so much.
Did you react?
In the beginning, I probably would have, like when I first left Love Island. But I'm so over it. I don't care. I can literally bump into these people that have said something about me and I'm just like, you're right. I wish them the best. Don't care about them. Hope they have the best life. Don't care what they get up to.
What do you think the role of reality TV is?
I feel like with reality TV, people can edit you to look a certain type of way, but only to a certain extent. There's only so much you can be edited. So people can say things in the heat of the moment 100%, but if you're portrayed as this person, I think throughout a whole show, I think that says a lot. Now time's gone past, like I think that ultimately, no matter how much you're looked after, TV is TV, right? And when people are watching you, they want entertainment, right? So they don't really care if you go home and you're like, I don't know, absorbed in like negativity because you're the one dealing with that, but they're just watching you and they're making their mind up and their judgment of you. So TV, in a way, is like they use your personality for their entertainment.
Is there ever any point where you're like, oh, I don't like the way I was represented?
I never watched my own series of Love Island, so I don't actually know how I come across. But I mean, I thought my mum's all right with it, my dad's all right with it, my family all right with it. They're saying I've done well, so I don't really care what anyone else thinks.
Who is the most famous person you've met?
I really want to say Piers Morgan, but I can't.
Why not?
I ain't met him. I want to meet him. I want to go on his show because I think I saw this thing right before going into Love Island where he said something like he wouldn't want his daughter on the show. I'd want to be like, look, I set a good example. There's proof here that you can actually be very respectful and stay true to yourself, and I think that was me. Looking back at it, I understand his point of view because there's a lot of people out there that say like it doesn't set a good example for girls. A game's a game, but also like kissing everyone and doing all this. I get how it can kind of make you look not bad, but like, I don't know, I get how you wouldn't want your daughter to go on there. I so get it. And you know what? I wouldn't want my daughter to go on there.
Do you think you're famous?
Oh God, what did I say? People ask me like, do I class myself as famous? Or like some people are like, oh my God, what does it feel like to be famous now? I can say like I've enjoyed having the attention because it's been so positive and I've had really lovely supporters. Now when I go out, I might not get recognised at all. So yeah, it does die down, but it's still there.
Do you still see lots of stories about you?
So straight after Love Island, there were so many stories. It's not as much as back then. When you first come out of Love Island, it's a lot. Like it's so much. Don't get me wrong, it's so nice having attention. But obviously I don't really check as much because I don't really care.
Do you still want to be on TV?
I do hope to actually be a presenter one day. I've always wanted to do something on TV. I've always wanted to have my face on TV. And I think the best way for me is to be able to show my personality. And I think your personality shows through when you're doing presenting. Do you know what, right? I don't know how I feel about that anymore. I haven't been pursuing that how I thought I would. Now I just think I'm too busy in my life. I've actually got a full-time job and content to do.
Are you dating anyone right now?
So I've told you I'm seeing someone, and I actually want to get married really young. Like, not really young, because I'm not young anymore, guys. But I want to settle down soon, basically. And I have a feeling I'll be married by next year, right? Or at the end of next year. So I want to anyway. So it's not even my feeling, it has to happen. And it's going to happen. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to be so embarrassed. That is so funny. What was I thinking? Married? Well, I'm engaged. But I thought I said I wanted to be engaged. Why would I say married as if that couldn't even happen? 1 year I was going to be married? No. Oh my God, I'm mad. What the hell?
How do you feel about your time on Love Island?
So my time on Love Island, I had a really good time. I'm so glad I've done it. Obviously, I didn't find love, but I was always so open to it. I never really wanted to find love on Love Island. I don't know, like, you know, my fiance now, I used to date him back in the day. And I think now looking back at it, when I left, I remember thinking like no one is as good as him. And when I met everyone on there, they were so lovely, but they just was not my cup of tea. So really, I tried, but I'm really nervous about this. So a year ago, I wrote, I don't know how many things I wrote, maybe 3 things that I thought that I would do or be by now. And I have no idea what I wrote.
Do you want to open it?
I'm dreading this. Ah, okay, kind of. I basically put Revan Hair, which is my business, and I put that I'd be in the process of basically doing my own branding. I'm actually in the process of making my own hairline, like hair care line. I just want to do my own thing and make it bigger and better. And then I put presenting jobs. Why am I so obsessed with presenting? What's wrong with me? I have not done one presenting job, but it's not actually something I thought of after, so I don't really feel let down by that. And then I put that I would be engaged, and I knew that would happen. I feel like this is a good list. I'm halfway there. More than halfway.